It starts on the square. At 10:15 a.m, Dino, Crystal and I peruse the shelves of Marks and Spencer's food hall for yellow stickered bargains. The temperature of the store is a cool start to the walk, the long way home. That's what it's called, the walk. Newport, a city of transportation and transient tales. We head to the river and sit on the bench between the skyward-reaching arms of the Millennium Footbridge. We talk about the tide and the rhythm of time reflected in the shifting levels of water. Crystal recounts the clear blue evening skies of the day before. The river during this time has become important, a place for exercise and contemplation. We head down river, past the bingo hall and under the first bridge, George Street Bridge. I mentioned that it was built in the 60s and that it looks less elegant than the other bridges. It has an Escher-like quality when viewed inland, stairs and pillars spiralling in and out of focus. It also creates a frame when we turn back to the river, a frame with a barrier and a river as a backdrop. We proceed down river further. We pause to look at where we live in relation to this river. Wildflowers in bloom illuminate the grassy parts along the path. It's not quite rewilding, but an attempt to add some less manufactured colour. Dino thinks it's lazy. I feel compelled to tell the others how poppies are used to make heroin. I lead them under Newbridge, but off the path and onto the bank of the river. Although traffic above creates low rumbling sounds, the general feeling is of calm, as if we've escaped. A high ledge provides a challenge that Crystal cannot resist. She climbs up, and so too does Dino. They stand pressed against the washed wall, primed for new graffiti, and the pair of them, like children, unsure of what next to do, start to play. We walk to the bend of the river. We stop at Stephanie Roberts' sails and talk about their meaning and form. We hit the road and feel the noise of traffic, and we begin to follow the road around the river towards the transporter bridge. It's open. Crystal immediately says she has to climb it and walk across the top. Dino and I, well, we can't face it.
Just got to the top of the transporter bridge. My first trip up here. I'm a bit out of breath, as you can see, or hear. And Dino and Gareth are over there on the platform thing that travels. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, and there's no one around me at the moment. I'm up here alone and it's quite nice.
We watch her climb, and as she walks across the top with such ease, Dino suggests that simply isn't normal. At one point, she's not even holding the handrail and films with abandon. Dino and I sit in the spacecraft on strings below and fly across back and forth a couple of times. This is art, this ritual, this 90-second crossing of the river. The theatre is unfolding before us. We need do nothing more than frame it. We walk up Mendel Geef Road in Newport. We wonder where that name comes from. We pause at the once cutting-edge skateboard park that is empty. A series of humps provide a sort of amphitheatre. Dino thinks about having some sort of gathering with a DJ. We cross the road, walk into Bellevue Park. The green is a welcome hue of colour. We stroll and talk of many things, less guided by the landscape and more by the simple ambling pace of general conversation. When we leave the park, we walk to my house, up and over the hill, past St. Willow's, and down through Bainswell. This was the long way home.